Warning! The body count keeps rising. That's the warning screen, just for the record. What's up, everyone? What's up, Noah? Actually, don't tell me, Noah. I don't want to know what's up. Welcome to the SC9TV podcast for Scream Season 2, Episode 9, The Orphanage. I'm your host, Dom. With me is Kim, aka B, and Jake. How's it going?
For some reason, I just want to be like, I'm a B.
You are a B. We know this. So, what'd you guys think of this episode?
There was an actual reason for the episode to be named what it's named.
Right? This is the first time.
Thank fucking God that bitch died. I'm just saying, like, the moment she walked on screen, I'm all like, I hope she fucking dies. And then she died, and I was like, fuck yeah!
Haley?
Yeah,
yes.
That's her name.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name. I didn't bother to remember her name.
It's Haley. Because I was thinking of the comet the whole time.
Oh.
Oh my God, I was ecstatic. Literally the moment she walked on the screen, I'm like, oh, I hope the bitch dies.
Dumb bitch.
So,
boom.
It seems as though Haley knows who the killer is.
Saw the face.
Saw the face.
But
and was someone
anyone.
She was seeing, apparently.
So, I mean...
Did we identify a gender for this person?
No.
I mean, technically, she still could go either way, but as far as it seemed is that she... I don't know.
Well, we know that this person is taller than her.
Okay, we can't do that. You can't do that because you know who... Okay, it's a male who plays the killer. Like, it's a guy who plays the killer. But then they flip it around on you and they change who the killer actually is.
I spent too much time in other TV shows, aka The Flash, like, looking at costumed characters or masked characters and comparing their body types to the other characters and, like, little tiny strands of hair and things that we would see to be like, this eliminates this person, and this person because it's this kind of hairstyle with it, and then it's, like, somebody completely different. And I just, like, that's not the same person. I've spent way too much time analyzing this body. It's not the same person. So, it's safe to say that we can't really go by that too much.
Well, they do that on purpose. It's a guy who plays the masked figure.
So let's see. We got a few leads on who the killer might be. We know that Audrey.
We also saw Piper.
Oh, we finally
saw Piper's body.
We found it.
A dead Piper.
But you were saying, Jake, we have some leads on the killers?
So everything in the episode was pointing to Zoe. Specifically, Audrey was pointing at Zoe. Because we know that Audrey's little audio message got out, and someone sent it to Emma. But we know that Zoe sent it to herself. And and Noah claims that he's unhackable, so he thinks that Zoe didn't do it. One, because, it's Zoe. And it's probably not Zoe. All signs are pointing to Zoe, but I don't know. I feel like Zoe's actually going to die. Because they did the thing. I just want to
throw out, did you guys happen to see the preview? Did you see the preview for next week at the end of the episode?
Yes. I didn't know. I missed this one. I didn't see this one.
No, I saw it.
I forgot to go watch it.
It appears... I don't want to jump ahead too
upset.
much. I don't want to jump ahead too much, but it appears as though Noah gets stabbed.
I don't think he's dead.
So, yeah.
He might get stabbed, but he's not dead. No, he's not
dead. one of the things that was mentioned in this episode is that Noah was next.
Because they did the deed.
Yeah.
They did the thing.
Yeah.
You don't have sex in horror movies because you always end up dead.
But we know that this show doesn't. It does get away. Well, it keeps some tropes, but then it deviates from other tropes. So hopefully this one is not.
I don't know. They're pretty much leading into the fact that they had sex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what, like we were mentioning, the killer supposedly dated Haley. We could kind of assume that it's a guy at that point. I don't want to make general blanket statements like that, but like they've gone out of their way to like make a point when Audrey was dating what's her name, Rachel.
Yeah.
That it was kind of like taboo. It was a secret kind of thing because of the way everybody else would react to it and all that. And Haley was pretty straightforward with it. It's just like, yep, we're doing this and kind of thing. So I'm led to believe that at this we don't have any indication that Haley was not straight. So I'm gonna say that the killer is a guy at this point.
We can also assume by what it seemed she was going to when she got on her knees.
Yes.
That was more of an intention to make it seem like she was going to be sucking cock.
Yes, well, yes. That may not be necessarily true, but
no, not. Yes, you're right. It could not necessarily be true, but it seemed like it led that more that direction.
Yeah.
But it's all assumptions.
Right. 100%. So. But the episode title, The Orphanage, really tied in with the what was it, the Blessed Sisters Children Home? Is that what it was?
I think so.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So we had that, and this is where we found out that Miss Lang and Piper were like really good friends and grew up together, and it was just like, ooh, okay. So the plot thickens.
So we have a motivation, potentially.
Right, but we also know Miss Lang's sitting in the hospital right now.
Mm-hmm.
And freak.
Yeah, Emma went to go visit, and she freaked the fuck out.
Because Emma's the killer.
Yeah, that whole, so the beginning of the episode where she's sleepwalking and with a knife in her hand, apparently, and in her dreams stabbing people.
Yeah.
That starts to lead you to go, well, you sleepwalk with a knife in your head. Yeah. What else could you do without you not knowing what you're doing?
She's been sleepwalking the whole time, which is odd, but...
Yeah, I mean, she's sleepwalking, she's dreaming while she's sleepwalking of stabbing people, and then when she wakes up, she's actually holding the knife.
This is the first time, she said this is the first time she's actually gone somewhere and got the weapon.
Right. That she knows of, though.
That she is aware of.
Right. That she knows of. Exactly.
So, there could be some truth to Jake's prediction there.
Yeah.
It'd be really interesting. It'd be really if they came to the end and Emma was the killer, it'd be a really great twist.
Because we know in the second Scream movie, if the show wants to follow up on what the movies did, that the main character from the first film ended up being the next killer. So if we're going on the trope that the movie is following,
in the second movie, it was Billy Loomis's mother that was the killer.
Was it?
Yeah.
Which one am I thinking of?
The fourth one.
Oh yeah, the fourth one.
Her cousin.
Right.
Right.
I don't remember much of the last.
There was Billy Loomis and his friend. What was his name? Steve, something with an S, I think. The guy who plays Shaggy now in the Scooby-Doo series.
Yes.
Shaggy.
Yeah. So we'll go with Shaggy. The second was Billy Loomis's mother, and one of Billy's friends. Kind of thing. It was just that they hooked up on the internet, kind of, and planned all this stuff out. The third one was Sydney's long lost stepbrother or something.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one was Sydney's cousin, who, for all intents and purposes, was the reboot of Sydney. So.
With her friend.
Yeah. Who is theoretically the reboot of Randy. So.
Right.
Yeah. So. I don't know. it could be interesting. There's also the whole thing with Stavo, like Stavo and Brooke, and then Stavo's going through and grabs the lipstick, and then the next thing you know, we see the same
Creepy.
color lipstick in Emma's locker drawn on the mirror.
Oh my god, I didn't even put that together.
Yeah, yeah. So like they've been blaming him, and then he's going through the police files and finding out all this information, and
And his dad suspects him now.
yeah.
Um,
So I'm just saying, yeah, like that's a little coincidental that the lipstick was missing like that, but it is
it's
Brooke's
not.
lipstick, by the
It's
way.
not like. It's not like they're. That's not like the only color lipstick in
No,
existence.
no, not at all. It's a coincidence, but it's also Brooke's lipstick. She could have already done it, and then he took it.
Did you see he was about to put it on?
I did
Did anybody
no.
else? No,
Are
you
you
didn't notice
smelling
that.
it? He was smelling it.
He was smelling it, and he was like, and then he put it back in his pocket. I'm like, why are you being so creepy? What do you want? What do you want the lipstick for anyway? And if he is the killer, then
My brain was super near.
a souvenir. Well, why the lipstick? Isn't Brooke gonna miss her lipstick?
Probably.
Mm.
So
I hurt myself.
Oh.
When I got all like vicious at the beginning, I had a bracelet on and I slammed my hand against the
uh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, and Stavo and Brooke, they did the thing too. And I don't like that pairing.
No?
I don't like that pairing. Stavo. Okay, Stavo is weird, but weird characters are fine. I'm sure, but he's just I don't know. I just don't. There's something about him. When I look at him, I'm like, I don't like you. I don't know why I don't like you, but I just don't like you. And then they were in the bed together. I'm like, get out of my girl's bed. You're creepy. And
Yeah.
and we saw his drawings, and one of them was of Miss Lang, I believe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and one of them was a picture of Branson handcuffed to the bed. But
Right.
he didn't know about that. Or so we know. I don't think Brooke told him.
We don't know about that. Yeah, that if that was told, it was off screen.
Hmm. Well, as far as we've seen, she's only told
Yeah.
Audrey.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know because, like I said, they've been getting really, obviously, super close.
I don't like it.
So I mean, she's been telling him things.
They could be working together to kill people.
Oh,
Maybe.
there you go. There you go.
But we got the definitive, like, what Stavo did, with the gun. Like, we heard the story this episode, which was
Right, yeah, we
good.
did.
Like, we knew there was an accidental gun went off. We didn't know if it actually, like, killed the kid, where it was shot. It was in the face, right? It was in the fucking face. And then
Someone could survive that, though.
they could.
There are very slim chances, but it is possible for someone to survive a gunshot to the face.
Yeah. It's got to go in at the right angle and all that, but it seems like they were roughhousing or something with the gun. The gun accidentally went off, blew his fucking face off, and Stavo took the time to sit there and draw instead of calling the police. Like it said, may have not got called in immediately, kind of thing. And when the call was made and then they got on scene, he's just sitting there drawing. So that's a little creepy. He was calm, cool, and collected. Like he wasn't. That is sociopath 101 right there.
That's
like-
what worried Dad.
That's like torturing animals in the backyard kind of thing. Skinning the neighborhood cat. So, I don't know.
Or stalking your neighbor and giving them wooden hearts.
Yeah. Yeah.
And daisies to our professor there.
Mm-hmm. Which could be a coincidence, but
No, it was from the killer. Remember, they like read the little note and everything.
oh yeah. Daisies.
Yeah.
Fucking Daisy.
Daisy.
Mm-hmm.
Emma's mom, what the fuck did you do now?
Mm. Yeah. But, yeah, so I don't know, like, we had that, we had the So the big party, there was, we've talked about the orphan, but we didn't talk about the party. Like, they had a big party that supposedly Noah and Audrey threw, which they didn't really throw because they were in the middle of fighting. Like, we were like, oh, Emma's gonna forgive Audrey and it's not gonna be a big deal kind of thing.
Nope.
And no, that's not the case at all,
I knew it was gonna be a big deal. I said it was gonna be a big deal.
I was upset at Emma.
Yeah.
Because, well, clearly Audrey should, that's the problem with the show. You gotta tell people things. But Emma is upset at Audrey for not telling her a certain thing. Well, Emma, you do the same thing, okay? Don't be the pot calling the kettle black. Because everyone on this show withholds information from everybody. So these group of friends are all in their big web of lies. They're all a bunch of snakes, and then they cry being bitten by another snake.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't expecting her getting as mad as she did. She's definitely got an anger problem going on now.
So angry that she can kill someone.
Quite possibly.
Starting to wonder. Definitely starting to wonder.
It definitely seems that the way everything's been going, that Emma is having a breakdown, and we've already known she's been having a breakdown, but the fact that she's having like uncontrolled dream breakdowns while she's it's starting to lead me more toward Jake's theory, to be honest, that it's Emma. However, I'm not going to give up on you, Brooke. I still think you're involved.
No.
I am starting to wonder, but I'm sticking to my guns too. Gustavo's weird.
Gustavo's weird.
He is.
Fucking weird.
But see, I think the perfect thing for that is Brooke. Like, Brooke is super manipulative. She is, especially when it comes to sex and things like that. Like, look what she did with Mr. Branson this whole time. You can't tell me that Mr. Branson was the one solely pulling the strings there. She was very heavily involved in that.
I think she started it. To be honest, I think she's the one who started it.
100%.
Yeah.
So, and then there's that with Jake, and it's like, you look at everything that's been going on, and it's like Brooke has the perfect reason to be in the center of it all. It's just like the way, like, everything just, it comes back to her. That's why it's all pointing to me. It's all pointing to Brooke for me.
We know that this killer is Piper's accomplice. There might be another killer, though. Those two are working together. So I'm just wondering, what would Brooke's motivation be for helping out Piper? Like, did Piper offer her something? What did Piper do?
I don't necessarily think it had something to do with Piper. Like, it could be for completely other reasons.
Well, someone was helping Piper.
We know this killer.
No, I know that much.
Got a hold of Piper's body. Now, remember that Piper's body was not found, so it was still up in the air. I'm like, even though she got shot in the face. Yeah. But we're like, well, her body still hasn't been found. Well, her body's been found. She's definitely dead.
Where did the body go? Did it just?
I don't know. The police got called, but the police only found Haley's body, right? I don't think they went through the rest of the place at the time that we saw. They didn't get that far.
Well, Emma and Audrey, they did find Piper's body. They didn't tell the police about Piper's body.
Right. Can you explain to me how you think it's a good idea to shut the party down by turning off all the lights when you know the killer is
We are in a party with a bunch of people wearing masks.
I thought that was the stupidest idea ever. I was like, really? Because you turn the lights out?
Oh, Noah's potentially in danger. The killer texted me saying that Noah's gonna die. What should we do? Let's turn off all the lights.
I would have went and just found a pair of scissors or a knife or something and cut the wire on the music. That's it. It can't go back on after that.
Yeah,
Noah and Zoe were stupid. They went to the fuse box. Like, which one's for the lights? Let's just push all the buttons.
Or how about, hey, everybody that's Noah, get out. Somebody go with Noah and protect him. We're shutting all the lights off. Let's make sure we know where everybody is before we do this. Or let's all stay together.
I would just turned off the music. Just turn off the music. Why fucking turn everything off?
Oh, Haley was being so shady. And I hate when characters do this, when they avoid the question. So Emma's going up to Haley, and she says, well, who threw the party? And she's like, well, I just assumed you guys did. And then she says, well, then why are you helping? She says, because someone asked me to help. Well, who's that person? She's like, don't worry, they're a totally sane, normal person.
Mm-hmm. My secret friend.
My secret friend. My special friend.
Special friend, yeah.
Who I do favors for.
Yep. There, and then we had Stavo actually say the word special friend or something by name. This is also the name of the email that Emma got 2 episodes ago. And then they did all the reverse searching and all that, and it's all pointing to Zoe. It's just like, it's too obvious. It's too obvious. I don't think it's Zoe.
Yeah, we did find out after Zoe and Noah did the thing, and they made a fort, and I thought that was cute.
Blanket fort. Yeah.
Yeah, the blanket fort. And we found there was a bug in not a literal bug.
Right.
It's a camera.
Someone was listening.
It was in the storage unit's camera. There was a bug, so you'd be like, oh well, it's got to be Zoe because Zoe was the only one that knew Noah lost his virginity, and that's not true because they didn't break the bug until after.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, there was that. But the thing that bothered me about the sex scene was Noah was destroying all of his dorky things, his nerdy dorky things that make him him, and he had no care in the world. It's just look at this desk full of all of my things. Let me knock it all to the floor.
Sweep it all off.
Let me rip off the the stabbing virgin or something.
Something like that.
The virgin stabbing, I think.
Yeah.
Just ripping the poster. I feel like Noah would not be ripping posters. I get the symbolism. I get the symbolism.
Time never goes that smoothly. I'm sorry, it just doesn't.
No matter how many times you watch movies, like Noah claimed.
That's not real. That's not real. That's not real.
No.
I mean, I know she made a joke about, oh, you're written. That didn't seem like. I'm like, still, that was just no.
I expected him to say, oh, I Googled how to do that.
Yeah, it goes more like the first American Pie.
Mm.
No, nobody remembers that.
I remember it. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. That's usually how that goes. For the first time, anyway.
Well, apparently it was good, and
bravo to Noah.
Good for Noah! Yay, Noah! He finally did it.
Noah scores. He shoots. He scores.
Yeah,
Goal!
He did shoot.
Ole, ole, ole.
I think the sex scene was so dramatic.
It was so over the top. They did it. They did it on the desk. They did it under the desk. They probably did it out the window. I don't know what else they were doing.
I was expecting a Khan's in the Lonely Islands. I Just Had Sex to be playing during that scene. That's how cheesy I feel like it came off to me.
No, I was expecting Mr. Sandman to play, and that's a Halloween 2 throwback.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And then it's just I don't know, that whole scene and Brooke found out, her father was involved in Jake's possible demise, and Jake was gonna burn down the same place that it burnt down.
Right.
That's a little coincidental. Not really, because the killer had access to that and read it all. The killer was using Jake's phone for the longest time, so he knew. But
what did?
Okay, let's go to something else though. Now, remember that Brooke's dad tried to hire somebody else to do the same thing. Which is, I can't think of her name because she's a very minor character.
The aunt.
Yeah, the aunt.
Right. Yes, he had a job for her.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So maybe.
Now assume it was the same one.
Well, if it was the same job, then maybe that ropes in the aunt as a potential suspect. It could have been someone else, though. But we do know that Brooks' dad wanted this house to burn down.
Yes, the question is why.
Yeah, and we don't know why yet, but the house did get burned down.
Right.
So was this the killer doing the job for Brooks' dad, or was it the killer just trying to get rid of, Emma and Eli who were in there?
That's a good question. I think it's a little of both, to be honest. So.
I did like the scene where, as much as I don't like Brooke and Stavo, I did like their little scene where they're talking. So they're in bed and Stavo is talking to Brooke, and they're talking about, they acted like a real couple, like two normal, mature people having a real relationship conversation. Mm-hmm. And how Brooke said, she says, it feels like, because obviously she did love Jake, but Jake's not here anymore. And she says she's not ready for a relationship with Stavo because, Jake is still kind of, he's gone, but he still feels like he's, kind of with her still.
Right.
Like she's not ready. She's not ready. And I like that Stavo did respect that she isn't ready. And, he gave her space. Well, not, they were still, in bed together, but he gave her metaphorical space.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. You guys have anything else for this episode?
The Like a Boss award goes to Noah.
Yeah.
And let's see. The I Am So Glad You Died award goes to Haley because I never liked that bitch.
Because fuck that bitch.
Beginning of the season.
Since she almost stabbed Audrey, at the beginning of the series.
You don't mess with Audrey, first of all, and because I just didn't like her personality. Yeah. She was just antagonizing everybody, so
It was so satisfying. It had to be the most satisfying death in the show so far.
As soon as she went off by herself, I'm like, oh yeah, you're gonna die.
This is only death number 3.
3.
Let's see. There's Jake, Branson.
Oh, so technically 4.
Oh, Branson, yeah.
Jake
4. Branson.
Is that it?
Yeah, I forgot about Branson.
I think that's it.
Yes, number 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jake, Branson, Eddie, and Haley.
She also had been the only one who's actually seen the killer's face.
Mm-hmm.
What?
The only one that we know of that's seen the killer's face.
True.
Because it's somebody that's walking around too. I don't think it's some no-name. They're not going to pull the mask off and it's going to be like Eddie Murphy.
It's Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
They're not going to end the season with ripping the mask off and it's just Eddie Murphy going, "What's up?" Like, that'd be a terrible ending. It really would.
I would love that ending.
It just wouldn't make sense for the show.
No, but you pull it off as Matthew Lillard. That'd be awesome. I would like to see. I know that this show doesn't really tie directly into the movies, but I would like to see like maybe a reference or maybe like a character from the movies come in.
Yeah.
And I just love Matthew Lillard because I like him as Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo movies. And I can never look at him the same again because I was introduced to Matthew Lillard through the first Scream movie, and now he's Shaggy, and that's all I see him as now.
Yeah. So.
Oh, and the show, you suffer from Scooby-Doo syndrome. Do not go off by yourself. You never split up. Do not split up and look for clues. We know that always ends terribly. Just stick together. You make like you make a little circle formation so you can cover all your sides.
Never turn the lights off.
Never turn the lights off.
Don't turn the lights off.
And never say "I'll be right back."
Yeah.
Never say "I'll be right back." Never say "let's split up." Never. What else don't you do?
Investigate a strange noise.
Yeah, do.
Have sex in horror movies.
Do not have the sex. Do not. No premarital sex. No drugs. No Well, they drink all they want in this show and nothing happens.
This is true.
Okay, there's nothing there. I heard a strange noise. I had to go check.
Okay. Yeah, you should go. Yeah, go check it out. Dom's gone.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Who was it?
It was me.
No. Oh.
It wasn't Emma. Are you sure?
No.
No.
It's me.
No?
I'm actually the killer.
You killed yourself. Oh my god.
Yes. So next episode is called The Vanishing. The title is off of a 1988 psychological thriller called The Vanishing, which is in fact a very fantastic movie. If you've never ever seen it, I'm not ruining it for you. Find time to watch it before this next episode of Scream. The ending.
Is there a remake?
Possibly, I'm not sure, but watch the original, if there is a remake. But the ending is what has me so excited for this next episode. So without ruining it, go do that, and then watch Scream, and hopefully we'll talk about it.
And the episode will probably have nothing to do with the vanishing.
Probably not, but who knows?
There's a character that vanishes.
Yeah.
Noah probably goes missing. That's my prediction. Noah goes missing, and that's our vanishing.
Yeah.
He gets stabbed and he's like dragged somewhere else.
So Audrey and Emma are driven further apart. Maggie and Acosta worry about secrets from the past, or their past, and Noah's affection. Yeah, Noah's affection for Zoe is used against him.
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
in the preview, it looks like Noah is lured to the lake, and that is where he gets stabbed.
His favorite place.
Yeah. It looks like he gets stabbed by one of the trees.
Okay, so his
gets
affection
stabbed
for Zoe.
No, by the tree. Not like
he gets stabbed by
next
the tree.
to the tree. The tree doesn't stab him.
Oh, I was like,
He gets stabbed by the tree.
Yes, the tree comes to life and
The trees
stabs
have
Noah.
eyes.
It's the trees. It's the trees from the Wizard of Oz.
I was to say, like
He took an apple, and they were like,
throwing
"No."
apples at people. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So if Zoe is gonna be like leverage for Noah, so I think maybe it's like a Saw situation. So maybe the killer has captured both Zoe and Noah, and then Noah has to make a choice where he has to kill either Zoe or himself. And I don't want
cool.
Noah to die. That'd be cool, but I don't want Noah to die.
that would be cool. And unfortunately, none of the Scream episodes this season are named after Saw, which I'm upset. So, I mean, this next episode coming up is 10. We only have 2 more after that. We go to 12. So, in total, we have 3 more episodes left.
I think if there is a season 3, maybe there might be a Saw episode. I would like to see in this show. Scream was always very self-referential, and it's always satirized horror movies. I would like to see like more homages to horror movies.
Agreed.
Like the best one, in my opinion, was the Carrie reference, and that's like the most prominent one, I think.
Yeah.
That's very.
So I would like to see more like classic horror movies like come into play. And Noah is a big fan of horror movies, so I'm surprised that we don't have more of that.
Yeah, if he makes it to the next season. He does look like he gets stabbed.
Noah.
Oh no!
No,
Noah. I'll be so mad. You can do it.
Yep.
The whole episode's just gonna be about us crying. About Noah.
Yeah. So, Kim, where can the people find you?
On the Twitters, it's HUFFITYPUFFITY.
Excellent. Are you gonna have to, like Haley, find somewhere else to put your lips? Jake, where can the people find you? I try to break Kim at the end of every show, just so you know.
Yeah.
Jake, where can the people find you?
You can find me here on YouTube at Jacob Salazar, or you can find me on Twitter. Tweet at me throughout the week, throughout the life, at To Nowhere Land. That is TONOWHERELAND. Join the Nowhere Land Society.
Excellent. I love it. B, why is your face so red?
waiting for Draven to chime in because he's horrible.
Oh, yes. Well, he was only 2 hours and 90 minutes late to the podcast. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You can also find us all and more on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASO TV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, games, and movies. Until next week. See you later. B, you better get upstairs before your better half rots.
What?
That was another quote. You don't remember that?
No,
It sounds correct.
Sid, better get upstairs before your better half rots.
Yeah.
No.
I get it. Yes.
You're just too concerned with where your lips are.
Stop it.
Ah.